Everyone, and welcome to the Lioness Den. Look, I am currently working on a few different reviews right now. So, uh, if I seem to go out, I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time for what could possibly happen. But we are definitely working on it and fixing the situation. Okay. Now, with that being said, it's been a while since you've seen me, and kind of changed some hair a little different. Face might be a little different, but we're still doing the same thing. And so today we're here to talk about Family Month. And hold on, I'm getting a message. Maybe I have okay. I think we're good. Please tell me if anyone can, if we're not good, if you can't hear me, please let me know because it is my goal that you will be able to hear me on this morning and see me. So if there is any lag, please let me know. Yes, that's what I want to say. And so we thank you for tuning in again. August is always our family month, and usually we do 4 shows in August with the family. We do usually the women, the men, the couples, and the children. This month, because life has been happening, I've decided to do one show with families. So we're going to have some couples come in, and they are going to talk about the husband, the wife, and the family together, the family unit together. So as we always do, I ask that you take out your cell phones. I got mine right here. Take out your cell phones and do me a favor. Share this broadcast on your Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are getting this show. Just share it on your, what's the name? See, look, it's on mine's already. And I'm going to share it to every other platform that I am on. So do it with me. Pull out your phone and share this live to your platform so that we can let people know that we are on today. Let's see. I'm going to share mine to I'm going to share mine followers. Of course, now you can hear me talking to me. This is terrible, but we're going to turn it off in 1 second. I promise. Of course, now you can hear me talking to me. This is terrible. We're going to turn it off. All right. So if you've done that, we are ready to get started. Let's get ready to go into the Lioness Den. It's coming, I promise.
You're muted, Lydia.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is that better? Of course not. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And we're going to remove that from stage. And we're going to add in the wonderful Connors who are here. Y'all the Connor fans.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So today we are here doing our family edition of the Lioness Den. And we want to take a moment to have each couple introduce themselves.
The other
So we're going to
platform.
start off. I think I hear myself twice. Okay. We're going to start off with the Taylors because they've been here before and they're pros. I think they can take us in first.
Well, I'm Andre and my wife Tracy. We're the Taylors. Yeah, that's who we are. Married.
Tell us about your children. You married and you got kids?
Sure. Married 3 years, and we have 3 kids. Well, 3 kids that we birthed and about 3 others. They are, well, we'll do it by grade. They're a senior now in high school, a 10th grader, and an 8th grader.
That means pray for us.
Yeah, all teenagers. We are all officially all teens now.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go to, we're gonna go to the Connors next. They're old pros.
Hi, I'm Dina Connor. This is James, my hubby. I'm sorry, we were over here dealing with some technical stuff, so we don't know what the question was.
No, so we introduce ourselves, honey.
Oh, okay.
That's why I want to introduce. That's why one pays attention, the other one do the rest.
Well, do the thing.
How you
We
doing? Where's
started
the
early
comment?
today. We started early. All right. And our newest couple, the Lusters. If you guys could introduce yourself.
And we're the Lusters. My name is Clinton, and this is my wife, Shamila. We've been married 8 years with 4 children.
The Connors are having some technical difficulties. That's what you're hearing. Could you start over for me, Clint?
Yes. So we're the Lusters. I'm Clinton, and this is my wife, Shamila. And we've been married for 8 years, and we have 4 beautiful children, 3 girls and 1 boy.
Wow. I had no idea. And the Connors are back.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get this show on the road. Want to make sure we can hear the Taylors. Drake, can you say something?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay. Let's get into this. So we are here to talk about family, faith, and love. And one of the major things, take that out my ear. One of the major things that we deal with when we talk about family, faith, and love is, how does things go with the family? So we can start with, how did you meet? Because you started the family. So how did you meet to get this show on the road? Dina and James, why don't you lead us in?
All right. Well, we met at a friend's birthday party. And we had talked previously via social media and everything like that. And it's just then we finally actually met face to face, and things pretty much took off from there. It was a thing of regular conversations, us really just hanging out, really getting to know each other. She come by and we eat pizza, watch movies and everything, and it just started to take off after that. So literally she was like my friend before anything else.
Oh, perfect. The Lusters.
I'm gonna let you tell that story.
Come on, spill the tea.
Yes.
So we were both at a church together. I was doing praise and worship. He was a musician, and they have a women's event every year. And so at the women's event, the men serve the women. And so he got selected to serve me. And I was minding my own business, getting my food and my drink. And I got to the beverage and I wanted lemonade. And so he's like, why are you getting lemonade? You should get water. And I'm like, because I don't want water. I want lemonade. And he's like, well, water is good for you. And I'm like, okay, water is good for you, but I don't want any water. I want lemonade. I don't want any water. And so he kept going on and on about water is good for you and it's good for your body. So I was like, all right, sir, why don't you just give me the water and the lemonade? Can you sit myself down? Like, I didn't ask you for your recommendation or response in regards to what I wanted some lemonade. And so it took off from there. I think he was low-key stalking me for a bit, like, you know, watching me during church services and stuff. And we started talking and we just started dating after that.
Oh, that's cute.
Hit the
And Tracy and Andre.
Oh yeah, you want to tell it?
Sure. So back in the day when Coppin used to be Coppin State College, we were both attending there, and this young man worked with the activities area, and he would always be playing pool. And I would walk through to head to the cafeteria, and he would like trail me as I walked through.
Not in a creepy way.
Yeah, sure, not in a creepy
I
way.
don't know.
was a
I don't know. It sounded creepy.
Tell the truth.
And it became like a recurring thing. I would go eat, and I think he even snapped a picture of me eating chicken wings one day.
And it's not creepy?
No, not at all. But the thing is, when I met him and started to engage with him, I recall this so vividly that I felt extremely nervous. Like, I think this guy is potentially the guy, and I don't know why, but I just had that kind of feeling. And so similar to the Connors, we just became friends, and we had friends. Both of us had friends that were friends with each other, so we were part of this collective friend group that just kind of kept us together doing fun stuff, and so that was the start of it all.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Makes sound creepy.
Y'all giving me pointers now, you know, because I'm the single one in this group, so I know what to look for. If I find a stalker or somebody who makes me drink water, but they want to talk on the phone, I'm good.
No way.
I know what to look for now. So, guys, thank you for those stories. They are awesome. Let's go with the next one. And Tracy kind of already touched on this. How you knew they were the one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tracy, since you kind of touched on it, maybe Andre can tell us how he knew you were the one.
Yeah, come on, let me hear it.
Oh my gosh. I said it. I'll say it this way because when I tell it, I often say it in the worst way. But she was just different. She was different. Not like. I would say she was just. I just knew she wasn't from around where I was from. Nothing. You know, just was so different, and just the way she carried herself, quietly. And like I said, I would see her. And through our engagement, I felt like she was, I don't know, someone like I could talk to because we would have fun just talking. I was kind of guarded during that time, but that was like somebody I could talk to, and so we could talk. We could have fun. It just seemed like we could have genuine fun. In that time, you know, it just didn't feel like I was always trying to be somebody. I just felt like when we were together, we could laugh, we could talk, I could share something crazy, and it's like, oh, okay. And so we would really have great conversation. Just over our progression, I just knew that, like, I would say it like this, because it's funny, I was listening to the song, so I did not pre-think about this, but I happened to be listening to the song in my workout playlist. It's a song, The Light by Common, and they say it don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. And it just was one of those things where like I always want to be around her. In one way, I don't want anybody else to be with anybody else. So maybe I was a little bit of a creep now. That sounds bad. But yeah, just the joy that I had with her, the comfortness, the comfort that I had when I was with her. And then even though I wasn't 100% living like I knew for God, I knew that she knew God and I knew God. That's that, you know, I was like, I know I'm not on where I'm supposed to be, but she honors God. She is, to the best of her ability, trying to walk in grace.
She's trying.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, I appreciate her. So it was like it's a mix of things, like me articulating it during that time. But I just knew that she just helped stabilize a lot of things in my life without taking them on. She was just present through some times when my sister passed away and things in my life. She was just able to be present. She didn't have to do much, but her being there brought me so much comfort. And she always helped me guide my eyes back to God. I would say, no matter what, I will say she definitely did. I'm like, yeah, I gotta marry her or something.
I think real quick also from a spiritual element for me, because having a feeling, like I can't live by a feeling, right? Like even though I felt it very strongly, I remember before when we were really contemplating, okay, we're about to get married, I had a list of questions and I was like, I need you to answer these questions for me. Is there a potential baby floating out here? Is there this? Is there that? Like straight up, like I need to know. It's not saying that I'm not going to do it, but I need to know, is there somebody else? You know what I mean? Like run it down for me so I can make an informed decision. And then I remember really praying and fasting and being like, Lord, like, I don't want to do this multiple times. So I really need to hear from you. So that was the last, like, okay, I'm gonna grill you and then I'm gonna pray. Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
All right.
Random.
The lusters. So Shamila told us the stories. So Clint, how did you know she was the one?
Well, like she was saying, we were at the same church, and so at that point, at that particular time, I was like looking, you know what I'm saying, ready to find a wife. And so she's right. I was watching her a little bit, you know. You know, see how she moved through the church, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, how she carried herself. And then, you know, as far as like in public as well. And then it was a plus, you know, I wanted a wife that could sing, and, you know, went to church and they prayed and that you knew God and had a relationship with God. And so, you know, all of those things together. And then, like I said, how she carried herself. And at that point in time, she was a single mother with a child. And so I was a single parent too, with two daughters, and she had one. And so, through watching and just, you know, seeing how she carried herself, how she moved, and then the water boy scene just took off, and you know, everything just came together. And then it was like on our first date, it kind of that stood out to me too. It was like I went over to her apartment, and you know, since it's like she took me out, and so, you know, she handled everything. She paid for everything, and I'm sitting there like, man, I ain't never seen this before. I was kind of thrown off. I ain't gonna lie, I was thrown off for a little bit. Like, this doesn't happen. And so I was like, okay, well, then I just kind of relaxed and enjoyed the time, and you know, we just built from there.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Let me be honest, that is really amazing. A lot of women they waiting to see how much you're gonna spend on them.
Right.
That's
what you look like.
I flipped it intentionally. I did that intentionally to see what he would do, what his reaction was. And there was something really powerful about spiritual, going back to Tracy, prior to the proposal, because my husband proposed to me within like 9 months. Like it was quick. He was like, I'm looking for a wife. I'm not trying to play. Like, and I was just like, it's a little bit fast because I'm not from here. I don't know what's going on. Like Tracy, you got something hiding? Like, what's going on? But I had went home and I prayed, and you know, the Holy Spirit really told me, like, when you get back, this man is going to propose to you. And I was like, no way. Like, there is no way. Like, we just, you know, we've been talking for a couple months. I mean, we don't even really know each other, right? And he did that. And so I was very guarded. I didn't let people come around my daughter. I didn't, you know, I was, you know, you're talking about a single mother. Like, I was a single, God-fearing mother. Like that. I was straight babe. Church, work, child, church, work, child. Like I wasn't in that vein. So, yeah. You said tell what?
I was gonna say tell me where you home is.
Oh, because I'm from Oregon. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. And
Awesome.
so James answered the first question, Dina. So you have to answer how you knew he was the right one.
Heck, I actually like his story about this fella. But okay. The thing of it is that James and I are older. So we both had teenage or on to adult kids. We were like, we wanted the same things. Um, we talked about it and we didn't want to have any more children because we have a beautiful blended 5. We have we were like, I had never been married and James had been married before. James, honestly, because we were friends, we had talked, and he was like, I don't want to get married anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. You know, one time was enough. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, you know. And I'm going to church and I'm working and I'm taking care of my daughter and he's going to church and he's working and and when it all was said and done, he was like, you're my person. Come on, I can't let you go. You my person. And it was so organic. And I guess the thing of it is for me is that we talked all the time, we laughed all the time, we joked all the time. I could talk to him about anything. Um, we like he said, we were friends for a good while before. So at one point we were both dating other people and just talking to each other and getting feedback about our dating lives with other people. And because he was so genuine and he was so honest, he was like, look, you're not gonna find out there what's right here. So why don't we try? And that was kind of it. He cooked dinner for me the first night on our first date. He cooked dinner for me at his house. We laughed and we kind of um there was a hole in the wall by the end of the night. I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm clumsy, y'all. Don't even say it. But he still loved me. and, and so that was part of what I knew. I'm like, if this man did not get rid of me because I put a hole in his wall, yeah, he might be the one. So of course, after prayer, and of course after a lot more laughter, um, and a lot more just honesty, we just were like, yep, we're each other's one. That's it. Can't go nowhere.
Love it. I love it.
No, she
And I have not shared that too openly.
No, because I'm like, I need the details after the show.
I'll tell you later.
now this sister, this is the one in the wreck the man's house.
Say what
She
now?
love right there. She want to wreck the man's house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was more concerned about her than I was
Mm-mm-mm.
like, oh my God, are you okay? What's wrong? Like, how did? Okay, no way.
You
Don't worry about
okay. So bachelor furniture consists of weight benches. And so when you're sitting on a weight bench and the
Oh.
weight is not dispersed properly, and anyway,
Oh.
through the wall.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh, baby.
For the next 3 days, my cats tried to jump in that hole for like, I have no idea. It just intrigued them. They were just sitting there looking at it and they tried to jump in it. I was like,
an extension on the house. It was going.
But dinner was great.
Yes, ma'am.
After she got up, she could taste it.
she was family.
Oh, gosh.
We definitely did the fun marker. Okay.
So I knew that this session was going to be fun. But this is amazing. So we're going to move to the next part because we want to talk about how your faith kind of binds you together. Because you can, and this is from someone who's not married, but I believe that when you get married and you're with the right person, everything's not always perfect, but your faith begins to bind you together in places where other stuff can't.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
Can anybody elaborate on how your faith has bound you together even more? And anybody can go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. For us, growing, I would say, even though we grew up, or you came up in church, well, I know for me, hitting a period of my life where I was not part of the church, coming. People say come back to God. I'm saying really coming to God when I really gave my life to Christ.
Yeah.
Just that walk, through difficulties, but just walking with God.
Yeah.
But being married, like with faith in our marriage, we say it often because we do have the pleasure of doing premarital counseling for a lot of couples, and for us, it's that threefold cord. God really binds us. What we believe together, like we do love each other, and we have a friendship, and we have just a general brotherly, sisterly, like in
the rapport.
I love to be around you. But what binds us is what we believe and what we believe about God. I think the love of Christ, oftentimes, even when we're in our own self, because we got our own flesh, sometimes we just not trying to listen. Somebody trying to be right or wrong. Like we lean on God for those moments, for our fleshly moments, through some of the difficulty, especially with hardship. We were married. We were young when we got married. We were 22 when we got married. And you go through when you don't have no real money. You don't have anything.
Nothing.
And you go through tragedy in life, and you have kids. And we've had, when kids get sick, or things with your parents, or any things like that. It's really necessary. Like what we lean on. That's often something that we say is it's important that we're committed to each other, but our commitment to God individually helps us bind us together. And it really is, because it's just difficulty in marriage. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Families are wonderful, but it is difficult. It's work, and just the peace of God that can surround you even when you don't want to be peaceful, even when you want to, I want to push the button one more time.
He's talking about me. He's talking about me. Whatever.
But just truly knowing, man, it's like, I won't turn it into a sermon, but it's just it's a lot. It's like, you can't just be like, oh, we just like each other. That's great.
Yeah.
But there are moments where you're not feeling that, like, oh, I just want to be around you. And I know that, like, God, I can talk to God, like, help me here. I said something wrong. Something I'm saying is not relaying. I'm not trying to cause offense. Help me, God. Help me to see. Or let me step back. What she's dealing with, it's not me. God, let me be a help, because I'm not trying to run in and crash things, trying to be Superman, trying to save her. Like, God, you are her savior. You are her father. Help, And so I get to lean on God, as well as she does that. And so for us, just what we believe and following Christ and wholeheartedly, draws us together, draws us even more together. That's, I believe. Yeah.
And I think also, like, the presence of the Holy Spirit helping you to actually see yourself is such a huge part, because I think that sometimes when you do get married so young, you're going to grow up. You're not going to be for 22 years later who you were when you were 22. And so if the Lord is not that third cord, it's so easy to just grow in different directions. But that the faith and trust in God and hearing from God, yes, about yourself. And because I can't make him do anything. That's the thing. We're one, like, by the flesh, but in the spirit, I still answer to God for my offness and the things that I do and the ways that I am. And the necessity for us to be both growing spiritually is the thing that propels the relationship forward and keeps us together. Because I'm telling you, the flesh is weak, and it do what it wants to. It'd be raggedy sometimes. And so if you don't have a higher call, if you can't answer to God for yourself, then you know what I'm saying? Then there's nothing that really checks you or keeps you even within the vows that you made to each other. You need God to keep you in that box.
Yeah.
Amen. You can tell the pastor's in the room. The pastors in the room. Pastors
Pastor,
bring a word. They bring a word.
Yes. Yes. I'm a deacon in my church. Ain't nobody
Pastors in the room. Did anyone else want to add to that? Don't everybody speak at once.
Come on.
Don't worry,
I mean, y'all said it so perfectly. Dre, y'all said it so perfectly that, you know, everybody else like, no, we're going to let them hear that one. So, let's talk about what drives you as a couple. Because every couple has that thing that drives them. Basically, this is what our family and what our union is about. Like your motto for your family. Basically, me and Bug, we gonna stick together no matter what. We gonna ride it till the wheels come off. That's how we go in this house. So when we made the move here to North Carolina, it was just us two. And guess what? We both decided no matter what happened, I'm gonna be right here. She had the opportunity to go home, but she stayed here with her mother. So for us, our family motto is we gonna ride it till the wheels come off. And sometimes the wheels come off, but we just put them back on and keep riding.
Hello.
There you go.
That's right.
Look at that wheel.
So, like, what is your family motto? What is that thing that you as a family, as a couple say, no matter what happens, this is our thing that holds us together? You like look at one another and say, that's it. Shamila, you look like you got something to say. You know, you had that real intense look right now. You got something to say. They're real intense, like, it's right there.
I don't, we're a praying family. I think that being blended was very, very different for both of us, right? And then we had to bring our children into that prayer, that, you know, praying. Like, we really pushed them, like, you need to pray. Did you pray? Did you pray? Like, I know they probably sick of us. Now we got a puppy, and we intercede for. I was in the closet this morning praying for the puppy, like the prayer. Everybody in the house got it.
Come on, go.
Oh, right. And so we you know, we really we have a foundation of prayer. I think being married to a man whose father was a traveling evangelist and a pastor, it helped me to get that foundation because I didn't come from that type of background. And so it's easy to blend in with that type of format when it's already set, right? You grow up in that. And so when you enter into that, it's not a challenge if that's what you desire. So I would say for us, it's prayer. Like, you know, even our children, like, and I know they get sick of us. Like, did you pray? You going to bed? Did you pray tonight? Like, you know, and the youngest one, he's 5. So it's like, you know, you need to lead us in prayer. He's like, I can't pray, you know, and then we'll walk by and he laying hands on the sister praying for her. Like, oh, you could pray for her, like, so you can pray. Right? And it takes us back to being in the prayer closet pregnant, you know, in that seed, hearing that prayer. And so you know what you're birthing can pray, right? So just prayer. I think our foundation is prayer, really praying. And there's a lot of praying over here.
Love that.
The Connors, I see James' finger up.
Yeah, so pretty much our foundation is family over everything. And it's the thing of that no matter what, we're always going to be there for, you know what I'm saying, for our family. And I mean, from my mom in love, to my dad in love, to my bro and sis in love, like, look, you call me, I'm going to be there. It's just that simple. You know,
Love that.
She's the voice of reason. And you know, and I'm the enforcer. It is what it is. So you know, so it's a thing that we balance each other out. We literally give each other and then it's a thing that we know how to disarm each other as well. So, you know, it's a thing of like, hey, hold on, you're not doing this right. You know, it's like, I'm not doing that right. Oh, okay. So, you know, it's always a thing that we can, as far as with us, we can just definitely depend that the other one has always got, that one has always got together. No matter what. No matter what. I mean, like, look, she can be 500 miles away. She tell me something, hey, guess what? Hey, guys, I need to go here and go take care of my wife. Y'all take it from here. So, You know, so it's just that thing that, like I said, family over everything.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone to North Carolina for our families. We've gone home to Ohio for our family and everything. So, you know, so it's just a thing that it's just family over everything. And our faith, because it's a thing that by calling, I'm a counselor. So I get some of the weirdest calls, and I'm like, you know, and you always say, God, why me? He like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So, so you know, so like, and it's a thing that as far as when it comes to restoration after dealing with certain things, she's always there. She's always there. She always has been, and it's just a thing that, like I said, but it goes both ways. Even when she's doing counseling for Art Central, she has to come home, and sometimes she has to let some things dissipate from her, and you know, and I'm there for her. So, you know, definitely, it's just balance, family over everything, and I love a God definitely keeps us together.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can walk in the house and hear us praying. You can hear us on the phone. You can hear us it at any time. We are always a praying people, praying for the neighborhood, praying for the community, for our church, whatever. We do take on a lot, but we do it together. And I've come to realize that being a single parent for such a long time, it was interesting to be able to be a part of a couple and have that support, you know, of somebody that you could share everything with, spiritual, financial, emotional, mental, all of it. And it's really a relief to have someone to see you for who you are in totality and still want to be around you and still loving you through and still hold you up. That's the biggest blessing.
Yeah.
Amen. I think ours is fairly simple. Just
That's what I'm about to say.
peace is the priority.
Yeah. Well, I will put because with the kids, I would say
the kids change all of that. But anyway.
I don't think I would take it, but love, respect, and peace. I think we one thing with us and with our kids, like it's love and respect. We will love each other in this house, love each other in genuine love, not the love means how we talk to each other. It means sometimes there is correction. Well, a lot of times it's a lot. But there will be correction, but it's love. And then respecting each other's things. I think that's
different.
We're all different. But peace, it's really is the tone. We
don't come in here.
We have always let our house be it's awesome that God has here's a set. That's like how we said it, but God is probably the way we've both grown up we've grown up in houses that open their houses to other people. And without us talking about it, saying that we're going to do it, that is something that was both in our hearts. And so we've had people who've lived with us for periods of time. As you mature, you learn how to put time limits on folks, but people who, and then we open our house, taking people in, and so much so that our kids have that same heart. And so our house has always been a house of peace, where when you come in, you're always at peace. Like sometimes people come in and they just stop by and they dealing with something and they just sit and they
on that comfy couch,
sit on the couch,
fall asleep sometimes.
Sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't. And so that's something where our family, I think we and I think it's translated from just our home also to the church. It's just a sense of come safe. As you are, you're safe place, lay it down, chill out. And it's good to be able to offer that to people in a world that's so chaotic. You can physically feel it. You come in and it's like, hey, all is well. It's going to be well if it's not well. You know, we're trusting God. And so peace is a super, super high priority. Yeah.
That is awesome. You know, Andre and Tracy, you guys for years before you were pastors had that same motto. Almost since I met you, I think. When I met you, you had like 1 or 2 kids in your house that weren't your kids, but they were your kids. But they were your kids. And all of the kids at the church,
they don't fight you if you try to say they're not.
Right. And then all the kids at the church like surrounded you guys all the time, and you took everybody in. It was always where you were, there was family. You know, and so that has been an amazing thing about you guys. I mean, since the day I met you, it's like always my daughter was with your daughter. I still have a picture of them.
Yeah,
when we were all out at a restaurant, and
Dina got them hooked up.
Yeah,
she was in there with their youth group too. Yeah,
and it was just that thing that you guys did. So, you know, from a parent whose kid has been with you guys, thank you for the family that you create for everyone.
Thank
you know, and even when you guys were younger, just you always created family. So thank you guys. Y'all just went into the next segment without me talking about the next segment. You've been doing that the whole hour, actually. The next one was how does love direct your family? And you guys went straight into how your love has directed not only your internal family, but your church family, you know. And so if anyone else, because, you know, Dre and them, they just been killing it today. You want to talk about how the love that you have directs your family, because that love, I think, for all of us, the love that we have literally just spills over onto our kids. And people say your kid is so loving, but they had to get it from somewhere.
Here's the thing, though. Just real fast. Shut up.
Wait a minute, Tracy. Wait a minute. Hold
on. Okay. Now they teenagers, so baby, like, let's be real.
I'm still praying for that love.
Peace isn't always like the absence of chaos, like the quiet part. Sometimes you fight for peace, right? And so sometimes as they're transitioning into teenage life, like trying to get them to speak, trying to get them to do all the things that we trained them to do is not always, they're not going to show up and be on. But that's one of the things I also tell people, like, I'm pretty protective of my kids. Like, my kids are like everybody else's. Yes, they're PKs, whatever, but don't put standards on my kids that you're not putting on your own. Like, back up off of that. So when you see them, you might not always get the piece that we're trying. We still working on conveying those things. So I ain't gonna try to live in no self-righteous false reality, right? Like,
as our house is a house of prayer too.
Yes, and love is. Thank you.
Pray for these things, Lord.
God, it's so fun. But like, pursuing love, pursuing peace is not always pretty, right? So like, I don't want to give like the sense that like our love is always like, oh, you're wonderful and you're a beautiful child and you're doing all the things. You're not. You're actually ragged, and you need to do better. Like, we trust in God like everybody else. So I just want to put the caveat out there that love is rough sometimes. It is.
It definitely is. I mean, I'll tell you the story for my love last night. I get up at 3:00 in the morning to go to work, and Julia loves football, and they got in at 10:30 last night. And her mother had to come and get her. And so my love was still there, but my temper was a little bit off.
Understood.
I was a bit peeved. As much as I love you, I'm about to wring your neck. So it's exactly what you're saying. As much as I love her, she's sweet, and everybody loves her. As Elder Shamil up there will tell you, everybody loves Julia.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, I was about to wring her neck at 10:30 when I knew I had to get up at 3 a.m. So y'all pray for her. But yes, the love and peace in a household is major. Going from being in a household with 3 kids to going to a household with 1 child has really shown me the difference, because we always love one another with the 3. But chaos is where we lived. Now with 1 child, it's quiet and you can get things done, and everybody's not asking for something every 2 seconds. So Tracy, I get it. We're gonna have to talk on another show about that peace thing.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that peace thing, because that's a major thing for me right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are 45 minutes already. It always goes really fast, much faster than we expect it to. I guess because we're having a good time. They say time flies when you're having fun. So let's see. I think we kind of covered most of the topics. I think I want to get into the game. That can be a good closer. Again, Dina Cruz Connor, do not cheat.
She put him.
We know you. Does everyone have something that they can write on? James, I'm telling y'all, don't cheat over there because I know y'all see how y'all sitting.
Look
Y'all
at
are
James.
on each other right there. And I can see her doing like this already. She gonna hold her thing up like this. They see? She gonna hold it out the camera. You know, she gonna hold it like down like this so you can see it when she.
I'm no point on that. That's a fake one.
Oh.
That's just
Raggedy pencil.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Bam, bam. Look at it.
Oh, damn.
Just finding goodies. Like, where does this come from?
Need to clean up.
Let that go alone.
All right. So we're gonna start with an easy question for the wives. All right. Did Dina turn to the side like y'all not gonna call me a cheater? All right. So the first one is for the wives. What is your husband's favorite color? This is probably the easiest one for everybody. Dre, what is your favorite color?
Green.
Tracy?
Green. Can you see it?
You wrote it all
We
small.
can barely see it, but we're gonna trust that it say green. You gotta write it big.
Oh, you want to touch her?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know how many questions.
You got enough paper to write it big.
Okay.
It's wild out here.
Clint, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Oh, you can't see
Can't
it.
see it because you gotta say
I bet
it
it blurry.
out. Oh, you can't see
There you go.
I bet it blurry. Is it explicit?
Get you a marker.
James, what is your favorite color?
Blue, but particularly navy blue.
All right.
Oh, that ain't navy.
All right. To the husband, what is your wife's favorite gift?
Oh gosh. Favorite gift?
Favorite gift. What if you in a doghouse? What are you gonna go get your wife?
Mm.
Oh, in the dog.
Try to stay out of the doghouse, but
What do you recommend them if you in the doghouse? Ladies be thinking because they gonna trying to think like you think.
That's hard.
that's tough because I got 3 things. But
Back.
that means I don't spend that much time.
You got write your 3 things. Let's see if she say one of your 3 things.
I will put them in order.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all ready?
That's hard.
Let's start with Clint. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What did you put down, Clint, for Shamila?
I put down a purse. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see.
All right.
Right there.
Shamila, what is your thing? I did it backwards because I let him tell you.
Bring me a purse, sir. Bring me a purse. Add it to the collection. We good. Bring me a purse to add to the shelf, the wall, whatever. Just bring me another purse.
All right, Dina. What is your thing that James can get you?
He's gonna say. He said he had 3, right? He's gonna say food, shoes, or money? Probably. I think. What you say?
That's actually pretty good.
Was that
That's pretty good. But I actually said food, shoes, and get her paws and claws done.
That's what the money was for.
Okay, James.
That make your love language. Got to diffuse your spouse.
Oh, did we like a little bit?
Yeah, like
Hey, we're back.
Lydia, you stuck?
Yeah, she's stuck.
Oh no.
Not the hose being stuck. Hold on.
Oh no.
It's down to 3. It's down to 3.
Well, hi, y'all.
Hey.
Who told you to wear stripes today?
twin sister. I was on here first.
He said, did y'all plan that?
We did not. I
No,
I
we
saw you
didn't.
jump on here and I was like, she always in my head. She always in my
He's
head.
like, get out of there. Sister Powers.
Sister Powers.
We're wearing stripes today.
There she is.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she got 2 of her.
It's 2 of you.
Oh, it still feels stuck. It's stuck still. Okay, it's
Oh,
catching.
no.
A little glitchy.
Hey, hey, 3.
We're making a no.
I know you a little bit. I know you a little
We
bit.
gotta hear Andre and Tracy. We gotta hear what y'all wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my guesses are flowers or food or shoes.
Come on, let's go. Wait a minute.
Hey!
Flowers, food, and shoes.
Oh,
Yes!
Hey, that's what's up.
Because I was thinking earrings, and I was like, he's not gonna say that because I've been in a shoe kick.
Don't need no shoes, but she always talking about.
Don't need those
Oh,
shoes.
I like
You
them.
a hater.
Yes, flowers is because she loves flowers. But I know when my wife.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. So as usual, just that's one when I get on here, I don't know what it is.
Are you still glitching?
Am I still glitching?
You're catching up.
Okay.
And then it slows back down.
Okay. I'm trying. So on my screen, it looks like I can see you guys now, but I'm still catching up on your screens.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, but we are almost. You can hear me, so that's a good part. We'll go with that. You can hear me. All right. So for our last question, let's see, wives. What is your husband's favorite vacation or getaway? Not necessarily from you, but for you guys as a couple. What is where he would love to take you, or he would love to go?
Oh, jeez.
Where you want to take me, babe? If I say the bit,
Tracy, that's not how it works.
They cheating.
No.
Yeah, she was saying
I'm
it.
sorry.
She was thinking out loud.
I'm
They
thinking.
cheating. They cheating.
I'm sorry. I talked to myself.
Now I want you to hear Lou's table. I heard it. You glitching, Lydia, but I got you. I heard it, girl.
Thank you, sis.
See, and all
They trying,
All right.
they
I'm
trying
right
to get me.
now. I'm quiet.
But let me tell you, I had it right. It would be a cruise who did it, so I got it right.
oh, that's so unfair.
You cruise. I wrote my answer down quietly.
You was not able to get her what to write. I see it. Andre is like doing letters and stuff.
That's the family right there, Shamila. That's the family right there, sis.
You gotta watch the replay.
Woo, okay.
So let's start with Andre. Andre, what is the place that you want? Even now.
So want to go, and then
Andre,
or would like to take her.
either you take her or you want to go there.
Oh
Like if you
God.
taking her everywhere, where would you want to take her that you want to take her?
So clearly we see who plans all the family vacations, because
All of them. All of them.
I mean, family, church, everybody vacation. I'm good. I need to start charging y'all.
You should.
So let's see. Wow, where do I would like to go? Oh,
Come
my
on, babe.
gosh.
Don't let me down.
This is tough because this is seriously my wife knowing
You
probably
signed
me
her
more than
letter. She don't know already. Say
I
it.
don't.
No, he don't. He
So-
really don't know.
so-
I know where I want him to take me.
Now,
On his
all
face.
right, here's the two things I would say, because honestly, it's a little harder for me on this one. But I know she wants to go. She would like me to take her to what's the place? The Maldives, and she might say that she wants to go. Like she's been around the world. Oh, was that the Maldives? Okay. Hey,
Hey,
He was
I
doing
knew the signal.
it.
M-A-L.
How you doing?
Listen, I have no idea where I want to go. Where she wants to go, that part I can tell you. Where I want to go, I want to take her where she wants to go.
Oh my Lord. Ooh, oh, Lydia.
No.
She's back on the
All right, it looks like that.
She's back. Oh,
Oh, and she's back.
that musical.
And just like that.
Where does Lydia want to go?
Off the live stream.
And back up.
They won't let her be.
It's on, and it's on. That's on, that's on.
she wants to go away.
Right.
Oh my
She's going to pick the cow down.
God.
Well, I think he wants to go to Hawaii, but where we've been to is Virginia Beach. I'm gonna say it that way, and that's what I put on my paper.
How you answer
That's
that right?
really good. That's actually really good.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you just answered before
about
he
us.
answered.
He's like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he
Now,
did.
didn't she just do it?
You were supposed to
He was
answer.
supposed to
He's supposed
answer.
to answer first.
Oh well,
No, I'm
He's like,
well,
Again,
I'm here to answer.
he confirmed.
She here to
We
answer.
not going good.
That's actually pretty good.
You know, cruises. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna put cruise across these bottom two windows.
we're gonna have the
You know what?
because we just
I've been put out of better places
Can
too.
you show us how to do this right? Sir, where do you want to go and take your wife?
Where do you want to take your wife?
Where do you want to take your wife?
That's what it was.
Oh,
Like I said, to Hawaii, but you know, our go-to as far as what we go to get away at is definitely Virginia Beach.
Okay.
She's absolutely right.
what you
It
guys
won't count, James. So that you know. They're gonna do it in the wrong order. He gonna say I'm just confirming it. James, that don't work.
On the corner.
It's the audacity.
They don't like
The Lusters, this is our last question. So the Lusters, can you tell me, Clint, where do you want to take your wife? Wait a minute.
Mexico, the beach.
She giving him a look.
All right, all right.
Yeah, you better
Shamila,
get
what
it
did you
right.
write on the paper?
Come on, Shamila, what is it? What you write down?
She got it, Shamila.
I think she got the blade on him.
Can't see it. I can't see
You
it.
gotta hold it real close, Shamila, so we can see.
What is it?
Almost.
It says she got 3 things on it. It looks like Mexico.
That's in Mexico.
Mexico.
She got it. She got it.
All right, y'all. Woo,
What was that beach we went
woo.
to?
Look, guys,
Tulum.
this has been a fun hour, and I really appreciate you all for joining us. Ladies, I want us to come back and talk about this peace thing, because this peace thing is really big, actually, with our families. And I really want us to kind of dig into it. So I will be in touch with you on the outside for when we can come back again, because the peace that we share with our children is so important. And if we don't share with them now about having peace and how to move forward, you know, a lot of times, not that we discount you dads, I want to be clear about this, but a lot of times we nurture our children with different aspects of their lives. And peace is one of those things that a lot of times we try to nurture them with before we discipline them. Let's be honest. Let's try to get peace. Let's try to get peace. Okay, you can't get peace. Let me knock you out. Now we got peace. Yes, let's get together again to discuss this. Again, thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate you. I have a few announcements. I think our director is still on with us, so I'm going to start to talk about the announcements. If you know me and you've been watching, you know that we have Life Happens coming up, and so every year we do a conference called Life Happens, and this year we're doing Life Happens Peace. It's going to be on October the 26th at the Meeting House in Columbia. Look, we have phenomenal speakers this year. We have Ebony Vaughn. We have Apostle Dr. James Lemuel Spence. I want to make sure I say it right. We have Bishop Joshua Harris. We have Miss LaDawn Davis. We have Dana and Jamaica. I forgot their last name, but they are both therapists. They're a couple who are therapists. We also have, I am actually speaking this year, so I will be one of the speakers this year. And for the first time this year, we're going to have for the first probably 10 people who sign up for it, we'll have some sessions, free sessions with a therapist that will last about roughly 10 minutes. And this is to give you the idea so that you'll understand that therapy is not a stigma, but we all should have somebody we can talk to. So please sign up for Life Happens. Check out the Lioness Den website. Everything is there. And then if you want to support us by sponsoring just part of the event, we have a sponsorship tiered option. And so I ask you to check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube, and check out the sponsorship options, because you can either sponsor a certain amount. The tiers run from $250 to like $1,000, so you can sponsor a certain amount, or you can sponsor people. And so say your church has people who need to come, send 10 people. There's a discount for when you send 10 people. So just check us out, keep an eye on what we're doing. And this year we're having Life Happens Peace. And that's why I want to get back with you ladies, because peace is so important. And I want us to discuss how peace is a state of mind. People think peace is more than is, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. But if you can get it up here that I'm going to live in peace, then everything else begins to start to play out. The peace that we miss is up here. When our minds can't even fathom how peace goes, then the rest of us is in chaos constantly. So to everyone out there, thank you again for coming and being with us for this hour on the Lioness Den. Thank you everybody who was involved. My hope and prayers that we'll see you next week with a mental moment because we haven't done one in a while, and I think it's well overdue. And so with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.